I let a Ford on my property. Rob showed up in a Ford and it gets me from the shop to the house. I'm not gonna complain too much. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the No Way Garage, where we You need to watch what's going on because we're doing some cool stuff here. We're building a race car. We're gonna go racing. All right, guys, welcome back to the shop. I still got Rob here. I kind of stole him for a while, but so we are working back on the Chevelle. So in yesterday's video, or the last video you seen, we got the engine together, mocked up. We got the Lemons headers on it. We got the FTI transmission, and we have our Moser 9-inch. So today we are working on something cool too. Working on some ProCharger stuff. So this is their accessory drive kit we're going to be putting on here on the front. It makes it all serpentine belt, and it makes it super easy that if we want to add a ProCharger in the future, it's just a bracket. So that's what we're up to today. We're gonna get that on, and then we're also gonna put the Holley Sniper on it, distributor, and then we're gonna pull the wheels off and go wash them. Rob got them all muddy, so that's on you, Rob. Yeah. So that's today's agenda. We're gonna clean up the bench here. We'll lay everything out and show you what we got. And one thing from yesterday, we had some stuff in some evaporust, some rusty bolts that I showed you. Oh, these are like brand new. This stuff is awesome. So it doesn't eat away at the metal. It only eats the rust away. And like these are like brand new. So basically we just wash these off with water, and we can hit them with a little bit of power lube just to keep them from flash rusting if we wanted. But we're gonna get these painted up so the bolt heads are black. But these are the bolts that we need for our sway bar. So, and our brake line brackets. So this evaporust, I use it a lot. I did a video on it that went stupid viral, and it kind of led to the whole me working with CRC and stuff like that. So I use pretty much all CRC stuff in the shop. All right, guys, so we are doing our big block accessory drive kit, supercharger kit. So this is from ProCharger. And it's a whole kit. It has everything you need to convert everything over to serpentine. They do have V-belt systems as well, but we wanted to go with serpentine. And the nice thing about this kit is it comes with a ProCharger bracket. So you can essentially have this kit, and if you want to put a ProCharger on down the road, you just bolt it on. So we kind of opened some stuff to make sure it was all here, and we have all of our brackets, everything, but I'll lay all this out and you guys will see everything that's here, and then we'll go to the front of the Blueprint engine and we're going to start putting this on. It's really nice stuff. I opted to go with all black. You can get it in chrome, I think. I think they have a few color combinations you can do, but yeah, wait till you see some of this stuff, guys. Rob was even impressed. He's like, oh, this is so nice. Rob wants one now.
This is the new system that was unveiled at SEMA.
Yeah, so this was their new product at SEMA, and it was actually this kit that started all of this. we were looking at it and we were like, this will look good on a big block in the Chevelle. And we got talking with one of my buddies, you guys probably know him, Robbie Layton. And he asked me, he's like, you got any projects? And I said, I got a 71 four-door Chevelle that we'd love to do a drag and drive build. Well, ProCharger was listening, and they walked over after a conversation with Robbie and said, hey, if there's anything we can do to help. And so we started asking questions about this, and this is the kit that we're going with. So there's a lot of stuff here, and it might seem overwhelming, but if you have your instruction guide, it's very it's all bolt on. I mean, you could do this in your driveway, right? So you do need some special stuff because it is a serpentine, so you need a different water pump. You need power steering. The power steering's different. You can't just put the old power steering back on. But we got all that too, so we can show you guys what it is and what's involved in it. So, yeah.
And it's a system that you can build up on.
Yeah.
You can start with just the alternator and water pump, and then you can keep going from there.
Yeah, so you don't need to get the whole kit. You can just add on to it as you go, as your budget allows. And so yeah, when we opted to go with this row, I'm just gonna show. We opted to get this bracket. This is the one for a ProCharger. So I have the bracket if we ever decide to put a ProCharger on this thing, which, I mean, we got a engine that's power out already, so probably at some point. So take everything out here. This stuff is just, I've been saying all along that this stuff is too nice for me. I've never had nice stuff like this, so it's yeah. So this is your new crank pulley that goes on. It has your power steering, and then it has your serpentine, and then it has your ProCharger. So the ProCharger is actually a separate belt, so we can put all this stuff on, and all we need is a belt and the ProCharger. And here is the water pump pulley. So just, the stuff is super nice, guys. Power steering bracket, and
That's the alternator pulley.
Alternator pulley. And the alternator bracket is right here. So I'm gonna get all this laid out of the bags, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you everything. Well, you're seeing it, but we'll start putting it on the car. All right, so here is everything. We got our ProCharger bracket, which I'm not sure if we'll put it on for I think we'll probably put it on for the show, just to show it. But we got our alternator brackets, a new pulley, our power steering pulley, and tensioner. And Rob's trying to find a bolt because we have to press that into the new power steering pump. We have our water pump pulley and our crank pulley. So all the bolts are with each thing, and then with our handy dandy accessory, like our guide, we're gonna figure this out. So on the front of our engine, it's pretty tight up here, but I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, but they tell you the part numbers for, like, this is a reverse flow water pump, and they told me the part numbers for that, as well as the power steering pump, and there was something else, the alternator. So the alternator has to be a 6 1/4 inch alternator, so that's what we got. And of course I got it in black to match everything. So Yeah, we're gonna start putting this together and we'll show you as we go. It's super easy with the guide, the installation guide, so but saying that it's super easy, I'm just a welder, that's why I got Rob here. We had some things go on here that like you guys know the struggle I had with that transmission cross member in the car and how many times I rebuilt it. Well, we almost cut it apart again yesterday just for the exhaust to clear because I never had the full engine in. With the 454, when I had the headers on it, it sat lower, so the exhaust was all good. So now we have a little bit of clearance issue, but it's all good. It's nothing of Lemon's fault. It's my fault for not fitting everything. So we're gonna get at this and see how it goes. What are you doing, Rob?
Making a puller or an installer, I guess.
We have tape measures, right?
Yeah, I know.
Or are you just gonna run a nut all the way down that?
Probably gonna run a nut all the way down it.
Yeah. Well, rather than cutting a whole length.
Well, then
Down for
then
6 inches.
Then we probably wrecked like $2 worth of ready rod.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Thinking
So you basically just flip through this and it goes part by part by part. So we're gonna install this first. They give you both sets. This is what's nice. I got coarse thread and fine thread depending on what my balancer is that I'm bolting this up to. So that's actually really handy. All right. So that goes on there. Oh yeah. So those look like coarse thread. And that's what they are. Perfect. That's the black ones. There's not going to be much room for a fan or anything. We're going to have to do some sort of low profile cooling fan on this thing. Hey, Rob?
Well, we could use a pusher on the outside. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you always say, that's a problem for future Sean.
Yeah, future Sean's been dealing with a lot of shit.
Well, that's because he kept pushing it ahead.
Pushing what ahead?
All the problems for future Sean. Now future Sean's caught up to them.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. That's very true. All right. So that's where that goes. And right here we have mic fail. So I don't remember what I was talking about here, but we're putting the water pump pulley on, and it's a reverse drive water pump to work with the serpentine. And this ProCharger kit like comes with all this stuff, so it's super nice. Everything is such a clean look. Yeah, it's just, it really sets off the engine. Yeah, so tighten her out, tighten her down, and look at it. Beautiful. Nice.
What are you doing?
The instructions say. So obviously when you heat something it expands. This is I got it wrong last time. I said an interference fit. So you heat it up a little bit to make it slide onto the shaft a little easier. I hate heating up nice shiny parts, but it's what it says to do. So
Basically, what you're doing is you're installing that pulley, which is the power steering pulley, onto the power steering pump.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. So
And we need to warm it up.
it still doesn't slide on, but and Rob built us a pusher. We'll screw that in, run that down. And
now it should just
I'm going to grab my other glove.
Slide right on.
Huh?
Now it should just slide right on.
Yeah, in theory. I can't fucking hold the thing.
You can put a wrench on the top one if you want. Double nutted it, so it should.
We should have just bought a pulley pusher.
Well, it's kind of the same idea, just it's got a bearing on the bottom of it. It's just as awkward to use.
Or I guess we could have clamped it in the vise. That might have helped.
Maybe would have left marks on something. I think we're gonna switch to TV Magic here for a minute.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see.
So you just slid the pulley on that pump, and now you're just installing it.
Yeah. So we got the pulley on. We're gonna see. I'm really hoping everything's gonna be tight here. So I can already see some problems for future Sean. But I'm sure we can figure out that. We'll get it.
That is.
So it's pretty tight against the.
Yeah, I can see that. The power steering box up against that. Looks like the suction hose
Yeah,
in the
so
pump.
Steering box might be. What we might have to do is bring a 90 off of that to come up, because even when we route our lines, where are they going to go, right? Unless you came across and up through here, and that's not really ideal. But we'll see what it looks like once we tighten it down. So
That's in there really tight, isn't it?
there's a little bit of room. Like by the time you take this off, you have like that's gonna be tight. So it's a learning thing, right? We're gonna have to. It's just another challenge we'll have to overcome. I'll get this put back on the tensioner.
With every piece of this system we install, it just keeps looking better and better.
It does. So we could actually put the pulley or the belt on it.
And that is a nice looking pulley as well. The craftsmanship is just beautiful on this stuff.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'll grab that belt. Okay guys, so we're having some microphone issues, so I'm gonna explain a few things that I went through, and I think we got mic issues going on. So you didn't get to hear anything we were talking about with the putting that pulley on. So this is what we built. It's just a bolt with a nut and some washers, and it essentially, we used it for pushing this pulley on. So this is the power steering pulley for the ProCharger setup. We do have a little bit of clearance issue on the back side here, but this power steering pump isn't for a Chevelle, it's for new style trucks. So you might have some, like, we're just gonna put a 90 on the back here so that it comes up. And then this one's fine, but the clearance issue is nothing to do with ProCharger stuff. It's just our issue with this new box and everything. It's just one of those things when you're working on a custom car like this, you're gonna run into problems like this. So, so yeah, everything else fits awesome. So now we're gonna work on the alternator bracket and get that put on here and see what it looks like. Okay, so now we're gonna do our alternator bracket. I don't think we're gonna put the ProCharger bracket on just because it's gonna look silly without having the ProCharger. So we're just gonna do the alternator bracket and get that fit up, and then we'll put our alternator on it. So yeah, we got our bolts. We'll get this bolted up. So that just bolts on just like that. And then your alternator bracket bolts on here with the spacers. And your alternator sits right in here. And then this is all space for the ProCharger bracket. We'll put it on here and show you guys what it looks like, but I'm not bringing it to the show. But yeah, it's starting to come together. Okay, so we're taking off the pulley that's on this alternator and putting on the ProCharger one. So explain to me what you were just explaining before, Rob.
Well, there's supposed to be a proper tool that goes down inside and holds that, and then you take the nut off, and you're not spinning the shaft at the time you're doing it.
Right.
Now, I've done them, I don't know, I've been doing this too long, 35 years, and I think I've only wrecked one alternator from over tightening it when I put it back on. It cracked the collar inside.
So this is an expensive alternator, so let's not try, let's try and not wreck this one.
Well, maybe we'll put you on it and it'll be a learning experience for you.
No, I don't like, I'm done learning.
Okay, so I guess I'm stuck doing it then.
Yeah. You need me to hold something, or you got this?
Oh, this should be okay. So get her in there.
Oh, just like that. Oh, well, that was easy.
Well, it's the next one when you have to tighten it up that you gotta know when to stop at the proper torque.
Right. I gave Rob some brand new welding gloves, and look at, he's got them all dirty already. He's been wearing them for 5 minutes.
I'm not using them for welding. That's beautiful. Just make sure that the pulleys are the same, match up, same depth, everything's nice. But like everything from ProCharger so far, it's been amazing. It fits beautiful.
This is the, you need to run a CS 130 6.14 inch alternator with this kit, so they tell you exactly what you need to run, guys.
So now's where everyone's gonna get horrified. Upset everyone on the internet. So it stopped. So it's basically tight. So now is where I torque it.
Oh yeah, so it's like 3 Ooga Doogas?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah,
Perfect.
perfect timing. Look at that. Okay, so we got it on there. 3 Ooga Doogas was the torque spec for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Much, yeah.
Okay. So it comes with this nice little cover to just finish it off. Like, so we'll get that put on. We'll put the alternator onto the brackets, and it's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful. I wish that was. Are you recording?
Yeah, we're
Oh, good. Well, the fan blades aren't perfect, but we aren't hitting anywhere. But as you can see, it has a little bit of a whoop in it. That's just manufacturer's defect, but it looks good. Yeah, so that's pretty much the install. There is one bracket, so your tensioner bracket goes on this side, and we currently are waiting on that bracket. When I ordered this kit, we weren't sure if we were running the AC or what, and I forgot to confirm that, so that's on me. So we aren't running AC, so we do need the tensioner bracket for this side, and I forgot to order that. So that's fine, we'll be able to leave blueprint out at the show, and when we get home from the show, we can get that bracket put on when it shows up. Unless it shows up today or tomorrow in the mail, we can throw it on there. But so this, I mean, you could do all this in your driveway. It's super easy to do. Like I said, we have fitting down here. We're gonna swap out for a 90 to make things a little neater and work better. But it's a pretty nice system, and then your ProCharger bracket will bolt on right here and come up. So we're pretty much done bolting this all together. Once this piece comes, we can get it on there, we can get a belt thrown on it and all that stuff, but this is what we wanted to show at the show. So all the ProCharger stuff on here. So that's pretty much it for this one. It, like I said, it went together super easy, eh, Rob?
Yeah, went together really nice.
Yeah.
Fit, finish, everything was just gorgeous, and all the ProCharger stuff.
Like it's just beautiful stuff. So yeah, that's it for this. We're going to get on to the next thing. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. And this will all be coming out of the frame when we get back from the show, and we're going to set the body on, and then it's going to be final fit up of all this stuff. We're going to be plumbing it all. So there's a lot that's going to be going on in the next couple weeks. But thanks, guys.